case you didn't know, this week marks the 30th anniversary of Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, a film I'm sure there are still a few people wondering what in blue perfect hell was that even supposed to be about. We call those people lames, by the way, because it doesn't matter what Moonwalker was supposed to be about. All that matters is that this was Michael Jackson at the top of his game after the release of his album Bad, and he said to himself, I want to make a movie. I want to make a big, grand, sweeping fantasy epic of a film, and no one's going to stop me. Yes, the first couple of minutes is kind of this odd pastiche of archival footage and music, kind of haphazardly chronicling his career leading up to the release of Bad, but then you move on from that and you get a collection of really interesting high-concept music videos, stuff like Badder, which is just a parody of Bad, where everyone is replaced with 10-year-olds, and it's absolutely adorable. But you've also got Leave Me Alone and Speed Demon, and videos that kind of combine a lot of different visual elements from stop-motion animation and compositing and claymation, and doing all of these really inventive things that just keeps you engaged in such a way that you don't really care what else is going on. You're kind of lost in just the visuals of it, and you're just along for the ride, and it's amazing. And then you have this whole narrative with Michael Jackson being this cosmic entity who befriends a group of wayward kids and occasionally turns into futuristic vehicles in order to stop a army of dystopian foot soldiers led by Mr. Big, played by Joe Pesci. And we have to acknowledge how hard Joe Pesci is Nino Browning it in this movie, despite the fact that New Jack City wouldn't come out for another 3 years. All I know is I remember watching Moonwalker when it came out and just thinking to myself, this is absolutely amazing. I may not be able to follow everything that's going on, but it's hitting me on an emotional level and it's sparking my imagination, and you have all of these great little set pieces, especially when you have the extended version of Smooth Criminal, which I could still consider Michael Jackson's best music video. No disrespect to Thriller, I know someone's gonna come after me about that, I don't care. For my money, it's all about Smooth Criminal. It's all about the nods to like gangster movies and Fred Astaire and all of those old school dance musicals that Michael Jackson was obviously inspired by, to say nothing of the fact that we've got a scene where a guy gets shot through a brick wall and leaves an outline of his body a la Looney Tunes. And as campy and as silly as that element is, it fits in the world that Michael Jackson has created, and that alone is amazing. Like, Moonwalker is just an absolute testament to Michael Jackson's boundless imagination and his love of fantasy, of adventure films, of animation, of everything that he wanted to share with the people that loved his music. And it's just amazing to look back on it and see how a lot of it still holds up. And through all of this, Michael Jackson was not above a little bit of pettiness. This is evidence in the fact that he actually has the kid version of himself from Badder scoffing at the idea of his pet chimp Bubbles wearing a Prince t-shirt, to say nothing of the fact that he's got Sean Lennon playing one of the kids that he befriends, knowing full well that he was going to end the film with a performance of the Beatles song Come Together, taking full advantage of the fact that he had ownership of the Beatles' entire catalog at the time. Now that's just savage.